Yo, what is up, my fiends? I got these short little highlighted 2 videos here for you today with a different deck. This is not Labyrinth the Master. We're going to mix it up a little bit here, and we're going to be using Lair of Darkness and Bystials. I've been cooking a little bit. I kind of stole this deck list from someone who beat me with it. They weren't. It wasn't good. It needed to be optimized more, and they just barely beat me with it like last season. I also had like a bad hand. They probably like ashed me. Excuses, right? And you're gonna see a game from hell, right? I'm gonna just leave this at double speed, you know. Imperm the Moye, always the smart choice. I could have left him grab another token and then super polyed him, but I was like, well, let me wait for the next turn for follow up and then kind of fuck his life up, you know. So I pass. I got my Lair, my second copy Lair for my super poly fodder, and I got a Bystial ready to go. So here we go. But I'm forced to use Shadowing Imprisoning Mirror, which is just such an absolute bastard move to run in this deck. Because it's not just on the field, it's also in the grave. Lair only applies to the field, so it's a skill drain on the field. But even without Lair, it's a fucking soul drain for darks in the grave. Which might not come up as much, but it's still really, really funny. So I Serenir to prevent his Druce Worm from coming out. Say no, fuck you. I'm like, perfect. 3, let's go. Predaplant Trift time. Just needs 3 dark monsters on the field. That is it. So, I misplay here. This is the first misplay. I attack. I know he has a Druce Worm in hand. I knew that. We saw that last turn. I should have attacked with this first, beat over the Druce Worm, and then attacked with the Serenir. Because I knew that Serenir was going to activate, but I wanted to bait him to see if he knew. So the fact that he didn't know and he was still trying to activate it shows, you know, my opponent doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I could have just gotten away with murder, you know, and I would have had my Druce Worm up, and he would have been 500 points lower and probably dead right now this turn. So, let's see. Does he allow himself to live? You guys probably saw maybe the turn length before I press play, so you know how long this one's going to be. This is a Rager. Okay, he happens to have the Ash. Okay, well, oops, and I make a oopsie. I do what some of my friends do who forget to set call. I shout out to Felix and shout out to Andrea. So I try to max C. He has the crossout designator. I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess. He imperms my Triff. Doesn't matter because I guess he really doesn't know. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror works for me too on my field. I instantly Ash, what was that? One of these 10E effects, a Shuna effect. That's definitely what I was saving my Ash for. And this time I'm definitely going to set my call by, unlike my friends. When I normal this, oh, I knew he had blackout. I should have just attacked. And he had the evenly. This was set here for, I don't even know what he was doing. He's had this set for like, what, 11 turns? Like, dude, what the fuck? So it's looking pretty rough for a G out here. I was pretty close to gaming him, and now I'm on the other side. But I instantly banished that Ashuna or Adhara. Any of these 10Es. I was like, that's definitely going to be the target of my call by. Because that's why he wanted to link off into this monk. I'm not going to be doing a lot of pausing. We could tell this is going to be a longer game. It's going to be a little drawn out. a little clutch. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I have an imperm, right? I'm not like completely fucked because I know he's going to be doing some type of bullshit. I'm like, oh, yes, perfect. This is misplay number 2. I should have just summoned it and attacked him. He should have been down to 1,500 already if I did make that first misplay. Probably I would have already won the game too. And on top of that, he would have lost another 700. So that's just something to keep track of. This guy should realistically be at 800 life points or so, not considering I would have closed out game. So he does make a really greedy play. Kind of gets rid of everything for this Shaman of the 10E effect, which I have the imperm for. So I'm still alive. Let's see what I draw into. Nice. One of the absolute best fucking top decks. However, these 2 draws are not it. These are so not fucking it. He pitches a drive or side frame driver. Makes sense. Well, he falls for the bait. He opts to pop the baited Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. I'm like, okay, well, this is the turn, right? Baldrake, let's go. Attack over that guy because I don't want him doing that effect again. So keep in mind, remember when I said that he'd be down to 800? Yeah, this would have been game already. So I Prospe, though, fortunately, to make up for the pot of extra draws. And what do I think I grab Ash. Yeah, just for the security blanket of, like, if he happens to have... I don't know. I just know that Ash shuts down a lot of what he's trying to do if he's trying to special summon from deck, and it didn't even matter. Again, this was a grueling game that did not have to be a fucking 5-minute game for no reason. We'll go to game 2, which will be the last game for today. Like I said, keeping this a little bit shorter. Try to keep your interest. I know there's no Subway Surfers in the background, so it's going to be a struggle for some of you guys out here. But this game's a short and sweet one. I'll fast forward this. Lair, set the Branded Regained, set an Imperm. I won't do a deck list of this yet. It still needs to be worked out. But I might mess around with it more, like if I demote, you know, I'm like, oh, fuck it, let me get my dailies and work on this. Or if I hit Master 5, then I won't demote below that. So I'll be more tempted to mess around with it, maybe do a little bit of a break if I do hit Labyrinth to Master. So that's just a little bit of update on this. If you guys really want to request this, if you think it's spicy enough, it's got some spice factor. Let's instantly max see that. All right. Oh, you thought you were going to attack me. No, buddy. Quick effect tribute. So I'm also a Rika player, which is why, I mean, first off, I'm actually a Lair player. I played Lair since the 3 structures came out in the TCG, and I would actually go to locals or regionals with it. And I would always perform like actually like okay at my locals. Yeah, not, you know, amazing at a regional. Well, I guess it's still like more of a local. But anyway, but I wasn't like the best player. I feel like I'm a lot better of a player now. And especially playing Rika. Tributing for cost, you guys can look at all my shorts. It's just so immensely fucking powerful that, you know, it's just like, that's such a crazy mechanic. So if you could get a lot of quick effect tributes for cost in any type of deck, like Lair of Darkness, so you use that field spell and you use this dragon guy here who's a quick effect tribute, kind of like Lilith. Lilith could pop off, but you need a lot more normal traps to make this deck work. So, because like a lot of the only ones I really run in here are going to be Imperm and then like Metaverse for Lair of Darkness. I don't have 3 Bystial Lubellion, so yeah, we'll see. I got to figure out and optimize stuff, but anyway, I feel like I'm rambling too much. This is totally going to be a shorter video. It's still going to be under 10 minutes, right? A little bit, just around 8 minutes. So, yeah, just wanted to mix it up a little bit. You guys, let me know if you're interested in this. And I also am planning on doing a little bit of a two piece for Rika as well after this. So, yeah, let me know if you guys want me to mix up the content besides Labyrinth. So, I'll see you. I guess I can't call you fiends, right? I'll see you. Well, no, fiends. It still summons fiend tokens. I'll catch you fiends later.